So yesterday we finished up everything for week 5. So we reached the end of the accounting period, which is June 30th. Okay, so we reached the end of the month. So now we need to complete what's called the unadjusted trial balance, which is going to test to see if your debits and credits match before you do your adjustments and transfer from one account to another, because that's the purpose of adjustments, right? You're transferring a lot of information from one account to another. Okay, so in this case, right, we're taking a look here, right? Here's my journal, but I don't need my journal. Once again, I just need my ledger and my financial forms worksheet, okay? So in this case, like I've mentioned before, right, in my scenario, I mentioned that I want you to do your trial balance, but I want you to do it using the main accounts, okay? This is significant because the main accounts is going to make the financial statements look a lot more concise, a lot more cleaner, instead of having all of these accounts, right? You have over 100 accounts listed here. If you can sum up some of these up into their main accounts, it will just make your financial sheets a lot more less cluttered, okay? So that's what I want you to do, is to create your unadjusted trial balance to be using main accounts. Now for this example here, right, I have my my trial balance just like this, where I listed out all of my sub accounts and main accounts and so on and so forth, right? It's all in here. Now, and to save myself some extra time, as well as, save myself instead of having to type all these numbers all in again, especially having to plug in all my your furniture, your office equipment, and all your equipment, instead of having to punching all those numbers in again and having to add them all up on the side, what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to recreate this exact trial balance, but I'm going to create columns and insert extra rows in here to represent my main accounts, okay? Because the cool thing about this is you have the capabilities to hide your accounts in here, right? So if you remember when I hid that miscellaneous suspense account, right, all I had to do is just right click on that row, and I just clicked hide, and it just cleared it up off my worksheet. And that's exactly what you can do too. So that's why I'm going to go ahead and first, right, in order to do this, I need to get rid of my unadjusted trial balance that is blank, right? And I'm going to delete this, okay? All right, once I've done that, now what I want to do is I want to create a copy of my trial balance number 4. So right clicking here, move and make a copy, and I want to move it right above, right where my adjusted trial balance is, and create a copy. And I click OK. So there you go. So now I have trial balance 4, and then I have a trial balance 4 number 2. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to double click on this title, and I'm going to change this and rename it to the unadjusted trial balance. So unadjusted TV. Okay. And I'm going to make some minor fixtures. So like right here, I'm no longer on the 28th, right? It is supposed to be on the 30th. And then, of course, I have trial balance in here. In this case, I just type in unadjusted. Okay, just so then I don't get confused between trial balance number 4 and, and the actual unadjusted trial balance. So this one, so now this one is fixed everything, made my minor changes. Now, the one thing I need to do here too as well is I'm going to be also inserting my credit balances here. Okay, so I'm going to create one here, and I'm going to create my other column here. And this is going to represent my debit, and credit columns, okay? And what these are going to represent here is going to be my main accounts, okay? So I leave my sub accounts, I leave it be, right in my sections here, right? They're all the stuff that are in black are my sub accounts, or all my accounts, right? So what I'm going to do is, instead of having to recalculate this, right, I'm going to actually create my main account, and then I'm going to either sum up my sub accounts, or I can just highlight something that's already a main account and then transfer it over into my column here. So this, what these two columns represent is, the first column is going to represent your trial balance in terms of main accounts, and then the black numbers here that are already filled here are going to be your trial balance in regards to all the accounts, okay? So when I do this, right, what I'm going to do is I'm also going to make a little difference between them. I'm actually going to change the color code to this, just so then I can kind of see it and I don't get confused between the black numbers here. So in this case, I'm going to choose I'm going to choose this dark blue right here, or maybe this dark purple. Let's see. I'm going to test it to see if I can see those numbers. Okay, good. So that's a pretty good difference between that number and the black numbers. Okay. So I'm just going to change it a bit so then you can kind of tell the difference between the two. Okay. So this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to create my trial balance using my main accounts, right? So let me shrink this up so we can kind of see all of our numbers all at once. Okay. All right. So first off, we're going to do here is we're going to start off with our, main accounts, okay, as well as our, we're going to start our trial balance here. Okay. So first thing I have here under my assets is I have my bank account, right? My bank account, right, if you look at your chart of accounts, should consist of your checking account, your petty cash, and your cash register. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to go ahead and insert a row, okay? And I'm going to call this my bank. And the best way to keep it organized is to also keep it in the way that you see it in your chart of accounts, right? I'm going to keep it capitalized, okay? So, right? And then this one, I'm going to change the font color to blue, because this is my bank, right? Now, my bank, again, is going to consist of my checking account, my petty cash, and my cash register. So right now, I just did an equal sum. So instead of having to type it all up and add it manually, right, all I need to do is just fix my numbers on the black, and it will automatically update this. So I gotta fix the colors here too. This is supposed to be blue. Okay, so right now it says that I have $7,629, right? But I need to update my black numbers now, because that's what I want you to do. So then when you do make changes, right, you're not typing everything in, right? You're making it so then you just edit your accounts in general, and it should update all of your main accounts as well. So in this case right now, I have a total of $13,693.68. So 13,900 or $693.68, right? If I press enter, it should add up the totals here in my bank account, right, to tell me that I have 14,503. So in this case, right, what I'm doing is I'm just equal summing my columns to equal up my main account, right? But I'm fixing my sub accounts as I go through this. All right? So all I did was fix my black numbers here. So right here, I put in 13,693 and 68 cents, right? My petty cash is still at 500 and my cash in the register is still 310. So therefore, in overall, that's in my bank account, it is equal to the $14,000. Okay? And that way, if I wanted to, I can hide these numbers if I want to. So if I wanted to hide my checking account and hide my petty cash and hide my my cash in the register, right? Now you could see, right? Even though I hid those numbers, right? At the end of the day, I'm creating my trial balance based on my main account. Right? And of course, but what I'm going to do is I'm just going to keep them out. They don't need to be hidden for any reason. Just because in this case, right, we're going to be adjusting all of my other numbers anyways. So it doesn't really matter in this case. Okay. So there you go. Okay, so there you go. So I could tell that my blue numbers are going to be my main accounts and the black numbers are just going to be all of my accounts. Okay. So after that, we have accounts receivable, which is already a main account. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to make this blue. Okay. Right. And in this case, because my main account is going to be the same as my black account, right? I'm just going to copy that amount over. So in this case, right, I just did it equal and then cell reference this. So that means if I make changes to my accounts receivable, right now I have $1531.95, right? And I go ahead and type in my black numbers, $1531.95. It will automatically change my blue number to the following as well. Okay. Next I have is going to be business supplies, which is going to consist of my medium cups, my large cups, my sugar, and my creamer account. Okay, so I'm going to insert. And I'm going to have business supplies, okay, which is going to consist of an equal sum of my medium, large, sugar, and creamer account. So therefore, right now, I have a total of $12.80, but let's go ahead and double confirm our numbers are correct. So in this case, medium coffee cups, how much do I have? I have, right, I have $378.87, okay? My large cups, I have $568.33. My sugar, I have $64.80. Okay, so that's the same. And then I have my creamer at $538. So there you go. So I have a total of $1,550.89 worth of business supplies. Next we have here is the main account of office supplies. So then This one's straightforward. All I got to do is just copy this amount over, because right now this is a main account of my office supplies, and right now it's currently $150, right? It hasn't changed yet. We will adjust them after when we do our adjustments entry. Okay. Next is going to be inventory, all right? We definitely need to add inventory because my inventory is going to consist of my regular coffee, okay? So equals sum here. It's going to consist of my regular coffee, my supreme coffee, right? I don't have my ceramic coffee mugs yet, okay? So right now it says that there's $280 worth, but let's go ahead and make our adjustments here, okay? So regular coffee, how much do I have? I have $20.82 left. And then for my supreme coffee, all right, supreme coffee, I have a total of $133.70. All right, which is going to give me a total inventory of $154.52. Let's see what's next. Okay, I have furniture, which is going to consist of my tables, counters, desk, and shelves. So I'm going to insert this and call this furniture. Okay, and this is going to be blue. Okay, and my furniture, once again, is going to be a total of my tables, counter, desk, and shelves. Okay, so right now it is $9,033.75, but let's double confirm that all my numbers are the same. So in this case, furniture, tables, and chairs is still $66,0508. Counter is still $1,093.22. My desk is still $658.37, and my desk or my excuse me, display shelves are still at $577.08. So that means I have a total of $9,000 worth of furniture. Okay. Next, right here as office equipment. So office equipment's going to have my computer, right? It's going to have my computer, my printer, and my cash register. Okay. Right? And let's see. My computer still at $1,834.84. My printer still at $378.87. And my cash register is still $649.49. So in this case, I have a total of $2,863 worth of office equipment. Okay. Then the next account here is going to be actually regular equipment. So regular equipment is going to consist of my coffee brewer and coffee grinder. So I need to insert here for my equipment. So, oh, I accidentally moved it. Okay. So in this case, equals sum, my coffee brewer and coffee grinder. Okay. right now my coffee brewer is at 4,505. Okay. My coffee grinder is at 4160, 4145. Okay. That's it for that one. Okay. Vehicles. Okay. Vehicles, which is your truck. So in this case, right, all I gotta do here is say this is my truck here for $32,208.90, right? Let's see what's next. Then I have prepaid accounts. Prepaid accounts is a main account. Okay. Okay. So prepaid account is still at 6654.17. Okay. My deposits is still at 1,700. So I can copy that over. And of course, my goodwill is still at 2,100. Okay. And let's see, no miscellaneous suspense. So now we're done with my assets. Now, if you already had your formula, right, it should be able to pick it up, right? So equal sum. Right? This is... Okay, and then of course you can also throw in your formula here to make sure that your debits match your credits. Okay, so in this case, so this is for my black numbers. I'm going to put the one on top to be my blue numbers, making sure that my main accounts also match as well. So right now for my main accounts, I have a total of 81,000. Okay. Okay. All right. So that's so far all my assets. Okay. Now I can move on to my liabilities. Okay. Liabilities, let's see what happened here. So I have my main account of accounts payable, okay? So in this case, I'm going to go to my worksheet here, and what I'm going to do is, since these are going to be my main accounts here, okay, I have to go onto the credit side now. In this case, okay, so in this case, right, my credit for my accounts payable account right now it is $3,885.21. So 3,885.21. 3,885.21. Okay, so there you go. My Visa payable right now is currently at 1885.89. 1885.89. Okay. And then I have my cash and register is at 649.49. So that's something I can transfer over. Okay. Then the next one I'm going to have here are payroll liabilities. So this is going to include your FITW, your OSDI, HI, FUTA, SUTA, and workers' comp, because this is all the payroll taxes that you've had. So in this case, I'm going to insert, not there, I'm going to insert here, right, for payroll liabilities. Okay. So in this case, this should be an equal sum, okay, of your FITW, OSCI, Social Security, Medicare, FUTA, SUTA, workers' compensation, and FICA, company FICA. Okay. So that's going to give me a total of $179.67. Now let's double go through and double confirm that all the numbers are still the same. So my FITW, okay, FITW still at 4016. My OASDI still at $33.73. HI is at $7.89. My company FICA is $41.62. FUTA is $32.64. SUTA is $16.32. And workers' compensation is $7.40. So all of this is the same. Okay. Next I have is utilities payable, nothing there. Unearned revenue, nothing there. Okay. And then I have my sales tax payable. So again, this is a main account. Okay. Which is going to equal this. Which, let's see, how much is my sales tax right now? Sales tax is $20.46 and 11 cents. $20.46 11 cents. Okay. Then let me see, interest payable, not yet. We haven't incurred any interest yet. And then I have my loans, which is my truck loan is in there. Okay. So in this case, loans. Right? Which is going to be your 22, 29, 21, and 90 cents. Okay? So that's all of my liabilities. Let's check out my equity accounts. Equity, I have owner's equity and owner's withdrawal, right? Those are all main accounts. Okay? I currently have an owner's equity still at $30,000. Okay, and I still have an owner's withdrawal at $3,000. Okay. No income summary yet. That won't happen until a couple more days from now. Okay. Then I got to do my revenues. So here's the biggest one. Sales. Sales is going to include the regular coffee, the supreme coffee, the ceramic coffee mugs, and all the cup sizes for the coffee. So in this case, that is what I'm going to do. I'm going to do an equal sum of all of these accounts to make one simple account for sales. Okay? So it's going to go equal sum. You're going to include regular, supreme, ceramic, medium regular, large regular, medium supreme, and your large supreme. Okay? All of these are going to be part of your sales. So let's start from one at a time to match up our sales. So in this case, let's check it out. Sales for regular coffee by the pound, okay, is currently $13.94.96. Okay. My sales for Supreme Coffee is currently at $14.36.40. Okay. My sales for the ceramic coffee mugs is at $1763.91. Okay. My sales for the medium regular coffee is currently at $52.21.26 or 76, excuse me. $52.21.76. Okay. Then I have my large regular. My large regular is at $6,503.25. Okay. And my medium supreme okay. So my medium supreme is currently at 665577. Okay. And then last but not least, my large supreme coffee is going to be at 7524.44. 7524.44. Okay. Okay, so then let me see what's next. Then we got sales returns and allowances, which is a main account. Okay. We got sales returns and allowances, which is at $19.96. Okay. Okay. What's sales returns and allowances? This is that's right. It's a main account. So sales returns and allowances is for the $19.90, right? 96 cents. Right? My sales discount is also a main account. My sales returns and allowances, or my sales discount is also a main account, which is currently at the total amount of sales discount, $1,979. Okay. My delivery income is at 300, which is a credit. Okay. And then let's see. Cost of goods. Oh, that's it. And then we don't have any interest income here. Okay. So no interest income. So then next is going to be cost of goods sold. So cost of goods sold is going to consist of my cost of goods sold for the regular coffee, Supreme Coffee, and also the ceramic coffee mugs, but we haven't calculated that yet. So cost of goods sold is going to be an equal sum of my regular and supreme coffee. So let's take a look. Cost of goods sold. My current cost of goods sold for my regular coffee is at $14.0768. $14.0768. Okay. And then my cost of goods sold for my supreme coffee is currently at $14.8855. Okay. Then of course, cost of materials, all of this is going to be done through our adjustments. Okay. Last but not least, I need to update all of my expenses here. So let's see. That's going to include all of these. Wait, hold on. It's going to include just these three. We'll go through each one, okay? Starting with advertising expense. Advertising expense is still at $185. Okay. My bank fees don't have any yet, but we'll do a bank reconciliation during our adjustments. Then we have our business expense for $1,000. So business expense for $1,000. Okay. We have freight expense at $500. Okay. We have insurance expense at $195,883. Okay, and then we need to sum up these because this is going to be my labor expense. Okay, which is going to be my subcontractor and my temporary. Okay, so my subcontractor was $18.90. Okay, plus my $252 for my temporary. Okay, then I have my license and permit expense. So these are also going to be my main accounts. Okay, so license and permit expense, okay, is $375. My loss on disposal of asset is still $2,000. Okay. Then my salaries and wages expense, right, are all my payroll taxes. So okay, so here we got office expense. We haven't done that yet. We will adjust our office supplies in a bit. Then we have payroll expenses. So payroll expenses, insert here. Which is going to consist of my salaries expense, my commissions expense, and my payroll taxes. So in this case, a total of $782.16 because we didn't make any changes, right? My salaries is still $544. My commissions is still $140.18. And my payroll taxes is still $97.98. Okay. Then we have our purchase expense. Okay. My purchase expense is my main account here. Okay. All right. And things that take away from my purchase expense is going to be my purchase returns and allowances. So you can either leave it like this or you can go ahead and take it out since the main account is going to consist of both purchase expense and purchase returns. So you can choose to say, that this is what the purchase expense account is going to be. It's going to be my debit of purchases minus out my returns and allowances. Okay, so in this case, right? My total purchases is $1,092.20, and my purchase returns and allowances was for $22.24. Okay, and then last but not least, I have my rent expense for $1,500. Okay. So let's go ahead and test my equation here. They both equal out. Okay, so both my main accounts at 58,668.85, and then I have my same thing on my other side here, and then I have my just regular accounts are at 98,69109. Okay, and I think I changed this color by accident. Okay, so that's how I'm going to proceed from here on out, because when I do the rest of my financial statements, it's going to be much easier. Instead of having to nitpick all the sales that you have, right? I can just simply take my sales account of the $30,500 and call it a day. Instead of saying I sold this many for that many, I sold my ceramic coffee mugs. I sold 5,520. Instead of having to tally up with all of those totals on your financial statements, right? You could just simply take your sales and be like, here, I made a total of $30,000 in sales. Okay, so that would make it much more easier. And again, with this having to look like this, right? You can also hide all of your sub accounts if you'd like. Okay, you can choose to do that too, so then you only show just your main accounts. Now, what I'm going to tell you here is it doesn't matter whether you hide them or not. At the end of the day, you're going to be using your adjusted trial balance. So not the unadjusted, the adjusted trial balance to figure out the financial statements. Okay? You will only use the unadjusted trial balance for your fixed assets. Okay? And we'll talk about that when we dive into the statement of cash flows. Okay? So we matched on both sides. Any questions in regards to the unadjusted trial balance? No questions?
No.
Okay, so